up, you guys? It's PokeGirl7 here, and in today's video, I'm showing you my rarest and my favorite Pokemon in Pokemon Go. So over the years, I've caught lots of Pokemon, and every now and then I get something that is a little bit flex-worthy. A lot of this is going to be my favorite Shinies, or my favorite 100% IV Pokemon. Now, I will say some of these are really just special because they're special to me. They're not necessarily the rarest in the game, and I know there's some Shinies out there that I don't have that are much rarer. So that's why I'm kind of calling it my favorites list as well. I just want to show you guys some of my favorite catches over the years, and I actually have a lot of newer ones that haven't really been shown a lot in videos from the past year, like 2020. I noticed before I started this video, a lot of my favorites are actually just from the last few months, so I thought it'd be cool to kind of do like a recap and show you all of them. So let's go ahead and get started. So first I'm going to show you some of my favorite Shinies that I've caught, specifically my costume Shiny Pokemon. So I love getting the Shinies with the hats or the different various costumes. So these are some of the more recent ones that I've caught that I actually didn't show you guys on video because I didn't film this event. So this was GoFest 2020. We had the starter Pokemon from the Kanto region with the Pikachu visor hats. And I actually got all three of them, and one of them was actually even a lucky shiny. So I think this was the only one that I caught myself. It was a shiny Bulbasaur with the visor, and I believe this one was traded to me by T-Slayers. Yes, it was. So this was an awesome trade. He helped me complete my collection, but then the final completion was from this shiny starter. It was lucky. I love it so much. Any shiny with a costume is very special to me, and these have only ever been available during GoFest, so that makes them kind of rare. So I just love this shiny Squirtle so much. It's lucky, it's shiny, it has a costume, it's perfect. And next up we have my shiny Safari Hat Pikachu, which is actually kind of along the same lines as the starters from GoFest. So these came from the remote Safari Zone events that we had. I can't remember which one exactly, but I got 3 of these shinies total, and I just really like these because they're very exclusive to that event, and that's the only time they've been released so far, and it's a costume shiny, so it's kind of the same thing as the Kanto starters. Next costume shiny is this awesome shiny Squirtle with the party hat. I hatched this at Disneyland in California this year. I love it so much. That was one of my favorite moments in Pokemon Go for that trip. And it's not really the rarest. I do think a little bit more people got this one because it wasn't exclusive to just like a special event. This was like an entire week event or something like that, and it wasn't a ticket event, nothing like that. So more people have this than the others, but it's definitely one of my favorite costume shinies just because of like where I got it and that sort of thing. Same thing kind of goes for my shiny party hat Nidorino and my shiny party hat Gengar. These came from a meetup that we had in Santa Monica Pier during this raid event. It was like a 3-hour thing. We had the Nidorino and Gengar in raids, and it's just very significant to me because it was like the last meetup that I've had with my subscribers this year. I don't want to start crying. I actually don't get emotional that much on video, but I'm actually very grateful that I got to do that meetup this year because I did not think that 2020 would go the way it has been going. I didn't think that I wasn't going to get to see my subscribers for a while, so it's just very significant to me, and I just can't wait to see you guys again. It really breaks my heart that we can't really do meetups safely right now, but I hope that changes soon. Next up is this shiny sunglasses Squirtle. So this came from T-Slayers once again. He's traded me a lot of really good stuff, obviously, as you can see, but this was actually only available during that first Squirtle Community Day in 2018. This was from July 8th, 2018. That is a long time ago now. This hasn't been brought back since then, at least not to my knowledge, so this is just really rare. Even though it was traded to me, I didn't catch it myself. I just think this is a really cool shiny to have because it shows those kind of like loyal players who have been playing for a long time. So yeah, it's another one I didn't catch, but I still love it. I just noticed there's a lot of Squirtles on this list too. I do have a shiny Fragment Hat Pikachu. This was traded to me by my friend Scott, but these were actually only around for like 1 day or maybe 2 days, something like that. They never brought them back again, so this is just a rare shiny to have in general. I have my shiny Flower Crown Eevee. This came from GoFest 2019. A little bit more people have this now than at the time that I got mine, but I still love it regardless. And then I have my Witch Hat shiny Pikachu. It's really not rare. It's been around for like 2 or 3 Halloween events at this point, but I just love the spooky vibes. I love Halloween stuff, so it's special to me because of that. So that's all for my costume shinies, but I do have a lot of other shinies that I'm really proud of having. So the first one is this shiny Durant. This came from GoFest 2020, just a couple months ago now, and I just really really like shiny regionals. Anytime you can get a shiny regional, it's a little bit of a flex. And this doesn't even spawn where I live normally, so I'm really glad that I picked one of these up. And same thing goes for my shiny Heatmore. I actually picked up 2 of these during Go Fest this year. These do spawn where I live, so it's not as special as the Durant, but I just love shiny regionals. And check this out, I have a lucky shiny Gengar trade. This came from T-Slayers once again. He's like the only person I ever trade with. I got this amazing lucky from him from Ghastly Community Day, and I think it had decent IVs. It was 3-star, nothing perfect or anything, but it's a female shiny. I maxed it up all the way, and I just love it. You guys know Gengar is my favorite, so I'm a little bit biased on that one. Pretty much any shiny Gengar I have, I cherish. I have this shiny Riolu that I was so happy to hatch. It's not really the rarest shiny in the game, but I remember the event where it came out, everyone was trying really hard to hatch one, and I was so pleased to get one because I think it was like the last day of the event when they were around or something like that. So this one just made me really happy, and it's just so cute. I don't think I'm ever even going to evolve it because Riolu is so adorable. Shiny Lucario would be really cool, but I don't know. I don't think I can let go of Riolu just yet. Ooh, and here we have another lucky shiny from T-Slayers. Its name is Spooky Season. It's my shiny Giratina. I love it so much. There's not really much more to say about that other than just having lucky shinies is super satisfying. So this shiny Frostlass is one of my favorite shinies in the game, and there's no real reason. One special thing about it is that you have to have a female shiny Snorunt to get this evolution, so that makes it a little bit more special. But for me, Frostlass is just one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I think the shiny is gorgeous. It has that like pinkish purple tone to it, you know. I just think it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, like I said, so I think out of all the shinies on my list, this will always be one of my favorites. Same thing goes for the shiny Shinx. I really love the Sinnoh region, and this was always one of my favorite Pokemon in the Diamond and Pearl games. So I was just always really proud to have this shiny, and Luxray was my favorite Pokemon ever in Gen 4 for a long time. I used it in all of my playthroughs every single time, so it's just really sentimental to me. And now I gotta show you guys my first ever shiny in the game. It was a beautiful shiny Magikarp, and I evolved it into this glorious shiny Gyarados. So I can never forget this one. It's named after one of my old friends, Hugo Valentine. He's been here since the beginning, and I caught this on March 23rd, 2017, which is around the time I really started my YouTube channel. So this is so sentimental to me because of that. And how could I forget my first ever shiny? It's hard to believe that at one point shinies didn't exist in the game, and I'm like, what did I even do in that time before shiny hunting? But it's crazy to think this one shiny was out at one point and nothing else, and I think I got it on the first day it came out too, so it's just such a great memory for me. So that's kind of all for my shinies. Now I'm going to show you guys my 4-star Ivy Pokemon, or in other words, my 100% Ivy Pokemon. So I've recently picked up quite a few that I'm proud of. I have this Unknown R, which I love. I have this Hundo Garchomp I got during Dragon Week, and also a Hundo Dragonite, all in Dragon Week. That was amazing. I've had really good Hundo luck lately. I got a couple of purified Hundos. I don't really cherish those that much. The Moltres is pretty cool though. A lot of people were mad that I purified this because a Shadow Moltres, even with almost perfect IVs, would have been a lot better than a purified. Like statistically it would have fought better, but I don't really battle that much, and I just wanted the collection aspect of it. Like, I love collecting Hundos and shinies, so I do have a Hundo Moltres now. Unfortunately it wasn't a Hundo Shadow, which would have been a lot cooler, but that's okay. Oh yeah, and I got this other Hundo Unknown during Go Fest 2020, so I've gotten 2 of those within the last couple of months. I got a Hundo Flower Crown Pichu, which I thought was really cool because those are kind of limited. They're only around for certain events, so I liked that one a lot. Guys, during my California trip, I got a Hundo Party Hat Bulbasaur and a Hundo Party Hat Gengar. That was incredible. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about this Gengar because the shiny with the Party Hat sort of overpowered it. But I did in fact get a Hundo, which that California trip has so many awesome memories, and I have so many like trophies from it to remember it forever. If you guys can't tell, I tie a lot of my favorite Pokemon to like the memories I have with them, or the places I caught them, or the friends I made in the moment with these Pokemon. Like, I feel like that's what Pokemon Go is really all about, and I'm so thankful that I've had all the experiences that I've had so far, and I hope to make more memories in the future. 100% Ivy Ditto. Now this one's pretty cool. I can't remember exactly what happened and how I got this one. I feel like there's some sort of story tied to it that I just can't can't quite remember, but this was all the way back in 2018, so that must be why I can't remember. I got this 100% Ivy Party Hat Pikachu on the 22nd anniversary of the Pokemon Red and Blue games, so I just thought that was amazing. I think this was the first time we ever saw Party Hat Pikachu, and I never got that shiny, so this is the best I got for that one. I have yet another Gengar on the list. It's another Hundo Gengar. This is before the shiny was out or anything, but this was from 2017. September 18th actually, so it's almost been 3 years since I caught this, and I think it was a raid boss, or I'm not really sure. It could have been, no, I think it was a wild catch. Yeah, it says here I caught it in the wild. I think it may have been a Ghastly that I evolved all the way up, but either way, I will forever cherish this. As you can see, it is named Gengar Gang after you guys, and it's just very special to me, and I've used this in a lot of raids actually. And how could I forget my first ever 100% Ivy Pokemon? As you can see, some of these have weird names. I used to do this for Hundos back in the day when I had an Android, and now that I use iPhone, I can't like type these letters and characters anymore, but I think it's interesting that it stayed on here for these. So as you can see, it says one Hundo. I tried to be all fancy with it. It looks kind of silly now that I'm looking back at it, but anyways, this was my first ever Hundo in the game, and it's just special because of that, because I remember watching a lot of the older YouTubers back in the day, and they would try to teach how to appraise IVs, and back then you had to memorize the phrases that the team leaders said. Like, we didn't have the star appraisal system back then, so I remember trying so hard to figure out if this was 100% IV or not, and once I realized it was, I was blown away. I thought it was so rare, and I was just so happy. This was February 22nd, 2017, so it's been a hot minute since I got my first Hundo. I'm sure I've transferred a lot of Hundos in the past before the appraisal system, or when I didn't really know as much about it, so who knows what my first actual Hundo was, but this is the first one that I've actually held onto and didn't transfer. And that's pretty much it. Those are all of my favorite and or rarest shinies and Hundos in Pokemon Go. So quickly before I go, I just want to say that I've never caught a Shundo in the game before, which is a shiny 100% Ivy Pokemon, so I'm hoping that happens for me sometime in the future. As a collector, that's a very big goal for me. So yeah, other than that, let me know in the comments down below what your rarest and or favorite Pokemon are in the game. Just know that if a Pokemon is special to you, that's all that matters. And I guess I'm going to wrap up this video right here. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure you smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel to join my Gengar gang. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!